Guys, don't need me to tell you, this is a huge game for the Eagles, a save the season type game for the Eagles, and all week I've been trying to find positivity. I've been trying to look and go, hey, look at this. This is breaking for us. Hey, this is some good news. I mean, it's just not coming. Alshon Jeffrey, he's out. He's not going to play. DeSean Jackson, he's not going to play. Then we get J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He's doubtful. That's not... Well, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is doubtful. That is good. So you're telling me there's a shot. Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here. So today we have come... What the hell is that? It's a big-ass dog. Dallas still stinks. Everybody do it. King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I know I am. I needed this weekend to hit bad. It's been a long week. Hell, it's been a long 3 weeks for Eagle fans. It's been tough, and I'm just excited that the Eagles have the opportunity, as hard as it's going to be, and as unlikely as most people think. I'm glad that they have the opportunity to right the ship on Sunday Night Football versus San Francisco 49ers, which I will be streaming here, double moonwalking that ass. Hopefully, it's going to be intense. It's going to be crazy. So you definitely want to come hang out with me because it's going to be a blast. We are going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully we come away with a W because this team needs it. I mean, I know mathematically the Eagles aren't eliminated if they lose this game and all that, but I just can't see how a team can go 0-3-1 and survive. I don't think they can. The Eagles need this win, and everything throughout the whole week, everything that could possibly go wrong for us is going wrong. Every break that we're hoping to get seems like we're not getting it. It's been tough. It's been crazy, and it's frustrating. The injury report just came out a little while ago, which is what I usually wait to do this video. I like to see the final injury report, and I'm going to go over it for you with the Eagles real quick. Wide receiver DeSean Jackson out with a hamstring. Alshon Jeffrey out with a foot. That one, I thought maybe he had a real shot to play, but I guess not. Then you have cornerback Avonte Maddox out. And then you have cornerback Trevor Williams. He's out this week. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, he is doubtful. Okay. And then you have offensive tackle Jason Peters. He is questionable. And we can't forget Dallas Goedert is out. And all the guys have been hurt before that. Most of them are still out too. It's going to be crazy. I mean, I just can't believe that we're sitting here a year later, and I'm talking about the same injuries, the same guys as a year ago. I mean, the Eagles, they were decimated by injury, especially at the wide receiver position, and what you fast forward a year later and they're decimated again. The only good thing this time is at least we have some young guys, some young rookies who I think could be good down the road, but I don't know what they're really ready for, like Hightower. Hopefully they'll activate Quez Watkins, but I don't know if they will. So the Eagles are dealing with a lot of injury, and the 49ers, look, they've been banged up too. Garoppolo, he is going to be out this week. So that's kind of good. Nick Mullins will come in, who played very well last week versus the Giants. But they do get George Kittle back. They do get Deebo Samuel back. And that's going to help the San Francisco 49ers. No doubt about it. So when we look at this game, let's start with the San Francisco 49ers offense. As you know, Jimmy Garoppolo is not playing. And that is like the one break that the Eagles are getting this week. No Jimmy G. However, Nick Mullins, he showed that he's more than capable of leading that offense. He beat the Giants, had a good game, and he's getting George Kittle back. And there is not another guy on this offense that scares me as much as George Kittle. He scares the hell out of me, okay? He scares me to death. I feel like a chicken running away from a bunch of people with axes in Dallas, Texas, because that's what they do there. They go around chopping chickens' heads off, making sacrifices for their Cowboys. That's why they got that satanic star, by the way. However, thinking of this game and getting back to this game, George Kittle scares me because I look at our linebackers. I look at our safety. I don't know who can cover him. I don't know who they're going to put on him. Nate Jerry, he will destroy him. He will destroy him. And Kittle is going to get his. He's going to have a big game. I've accepted it, okay? I've accepted it. And then when you have a coach like they have in Kyle Shanahan, a guy who's a great offensive coordinator, look what he did with the Atlanta Falcons. They haven't been the same since he left. But he's very innovative. His teams always have a good running game. Even though he's got guys like Mostert out, McKinnon is very capable, okay? So this team is they may not be the most explosive offense. They may not be the Kansas City Chiefs, but they can move the ball, and they got some explosive players. They're going to get Deebo Samuel back this week. Very explosive player. Then you have Brandon Ayuk. Now, Brandon Ayuk, I like the kid a lot. I'll be honest with you, and people who watch my videos during the draft, they know I wanted my top 3 receivers were Ruggs, Judy, and Lamb. Those 2 were kind of tied, but those were my top 3. And I said, if you don't get one of those top 3 wide receivers, the guy I would pick would be Brandon Ayuk. And that's who I would have taken if I was the Eagles at that spot. I don't mind Rager. I'm not saying anything against him. That's just my preference would have been Brandon Ayuk. And last week, I guess he played his first game. He had a good game. He showed a lot of skill. Brandon Ayuk, very explosive, very fast. Deebo Samuel, same thing. The 49ers, they got some weapons. They do, and they're getting healthy, so that's good for them. But George Kittle scares the hell out of me. And I think really the 49ers are going to try to run the ball because that's what they do. And I think that's the one advantage the Eagles do have is I think the Eagles are pretty good against the run. I think they're going to be able to basically stop them from running the ball. I think we're going to keep their run game in check, which will put pressure on Nick Mullins to have to go out and make plays. And if he goes out and he has time to throw, it's going to be a problem. However, if this defensive line rises up and plays good and gets pressure on him, I think that the Eagles have a good chance to win this game. At least win it on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, we still have not had a turnover all year on defense. We are banged up in our secondary. Really, Darius Slay is really the only healthy corner that has any outside experience. No Williams, no Maddox. So I'm sure that Kyle Shanahan's going to pick on us, and he's going to pick on these things. So I don't know if Darius Slay, I'm assuming he'll be on Ayuk, or he's going to be on Samuel, depending upon how they use Samuel. They like to move him all around. But I think the key to the Eagles on defense is shut the run game down early, and then get pressure on Mullins. You got to get pressure, and then, I'm back to that whole thing that I talked about last week. When you get young quarterbacks, when you get guys who are backups, you have to put pressure on them. That has to be the key. And if you have to bring blitzes, bring blitzes. Now, I know Schwartz won't do it, but he should. But he won't do it. But the Eagles are going to have to get pressure. If they get pressure on Mullins and they shut the run game, they're going to be in this game the whole way through. So that's really what I see the Eagles' defense versus that offense. Start by stopping that run, then getting pressure on Mullins, and then focus on those receivers. I don't know how they're going to stop Kittle. That's the one thing that just baffles me, but we'll see. But stop the run game, get pressure on Mullins. Hopefully Schwartz brings some blitzes, gets to him, and then we're going to have a chance. We're going to be in this game in the fourth quarter if the Eagles defense does that. Let's say the Eagles defense stops the run, gets pressure on Mullins, and they basically do a good job, and they're keeping the Eagles offense in this game. Well, this is where Carson Wentz, he is going to have to step up. Doug Peterson with his play calling, he's going to have to step up, and they're going to have to go out and do a good job. Carson has to have a rebound game. He cannot throw 2 interceptions versus the 49ers. He can't turn the ball over multiple times. If he does that, we will not win. We will not win. And, the deck is stacked against him because not only has he been struggling and things like that, but we are without all our receivers. We got a lot of receivers out, right? No DeSean, no Alshon, no Ortega-Whiteside. I'm assuming Dante Burnett's going to play. We do have Greg Ward Jr., who I like. I assume Hightower will get more snaps. And then I hope that the Eagles bring Quez Watkins up. I really do. I would like to see him get out there. But, you know what's going to happen. It's going to become that old Deacon Dunk, quick passes. Where's Zach Ertz? That's what they're going to have to do. I'm concerned about the offense. I really am. I'm concerned about Carson Wentz. I'm concerned about his mental state, where he is. Hopefully he has a bounce back game. It would be great if he went in there and just lit the Niners up and he just went off. I would feel so much better. I think a lot of Philly fans would feel so much better. But it's not all on him either, because that offensive line is beat up, and I'm very concerned about that line going up against that defense, who will get pressure. They will get pressure on the quarterback. And as I said last week, same thing goes this week. You got to get Miles Sanders going. Miles Sanders has to be unleashed. He is the guy you have to start using the right way. He is your best weapon on offense. He is your best weapon. So it's time for the Eagles to use him that way. And when I talk about using him, I don't mean just hand him the ball 18, 20 times or 22, 23 times. You need to use all aspects of Miles Sanders' game. He's a good runner. He can catch out of the backfield. He's a good blocker. I want to see the Eagles be creative, be innovative. I want to see them go out, have Miles Sanders in the backfield, have him in the slot, have him line up on the outside, have the Niners having to worry about everywhere he goes. Okay, and I would lean heavy on Miles Sanders this week. I don't have a choice. And I'll tell you this: this is something else I would do. I would bring up personally. I would sit Corey Clement. I would bring up Elijah Holyfield, and I'd give him an opportunity. Give him an opportunity. And then I would start using Boston Scott more like Darren Sproles. I feel like that the Eagles don't use Boston Scott, the way that they should. I think they treat him more like a number 2 running back. I think of him more as a Darren Sproles guy. I want him going out of the backfield. I want him screens. I want him moving all around. You got to do that with Miles and Boston Scott. But the key to this game is going to be, can Carson Wentz rebound? And they shouldn't make him go out and throw 40 or 50 times. Lean heavy on that run game. Lean heavy on Miles Sanders. Let it open up real play action. I'm not talking about Eagles, Doug Peterson play action. I'm talking about real play action. Doug Peterson, play action, play action, play action. He doesn't run the ball. When you don't run the ball and you don't establish the run game, nobody's going to bite on your play action. And what that does is that allows the defense who's not biting to even maybe get an extra half a second to get the quarterback, because he's got to go through the motion of a play action. Establish the run game. Then when you've established the run game, it will open up play action. Roll Carson out. He should not be sitting in that pocket. Roll him out. Design rollouts, bootlegs, those kind of things. They got to be creative this week. Doug has to be better with the play call design, with the strategy. He has to be able to look and say, well, who's my best player on offense? Oh, Miles Sanders. Let's use him. Let's use him and let's take advantage of his talents. Okay? And if they do that, if they use Miles Sanders a lot more and a lot more efficiently than they did last week, I think that the Eagles will move the ball. And then I think you'll see some things open up. It's amazing what a good running game can do. It can relax the quarterback, it take the pressure. Maybe, you have a couple good drives. Miles Sanders having a great game. Maybe Carson, he relaxes a little bit. He's not so tight, and maybe that helps all the way around. But Miles Sanders is the key to me on offense. You have to give him the ball as much as possible. 49ers defense is no joke. This is going to be a tough game for the Eagles, And when I look at the final score of this game, there is no reason I should pick the Eagles right now. Let's make that clear. There's no reason on earth to pick this team. They haven't shown that they can play. The 49ers are the defending NFC champions. There's no reason to pick the Eagles. Sorry. Need water. All the smoke and the fires, they're all back. And it's just driving me nuts. Sorry about that. But when I talk about picking this game and who's going to win, who I think so, there's no reason to pick the Eagles. There's none. They haven't earned it. They don't deserve it. All those kind of things. And with that said, I got to take the Eagles in this game. I know you're going, what? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? For some reason, the Eagles always win these kind of games where everybody counts them out, where we think there's no shot, where we think they're horrible. They always find a way, And I'm going to give them one more chance. I'm going to believe that Carson's going to figure it out. The Doug's going to figure it out. And I'm going to say the Eagles, they're going to win a game. They're going to win a tight one. It's going to be a sloppy game. I think the defenses both play decent, and I'm gonna say the Eagles win 20-17 on a last-second field goal towards the end of the game by Jake Elliott. That's what I'm saying. 2017 Eagles win, and if they don't win this game, I don't know how I can pick them anymore. I am going out on a limb. I understand that there is no reason to pick them, but that's why I'm picking them, because everybody thinks they can't win. So I got the Eagles winning 2017, getting back in this thing. We're going to see what happens. And to all channel members, let me say this real quick before I go. I will be streaming for channel members the Dallas Cowboys Browns game, 1 o'clock Sunday. So we'll be doing a doubleheader live stream. Of course, Eagles were streaming for everybody Sunday Night Football, so it'll be fun. But I got the Eagles win 2017 in a do-or-die situation, and I know that there's no reason to do it. That's why I'm doing it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.